Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm your host, Veteran Mountain Man. By now I'm sure you're seeing information on this. I decided this was actually a very important topic for me to cover for several aspects, and you'll see as we go along. However, I'm glad that this situation worked out the way it did, but it's not a landmark decision. The fact that Marine veteran Marco Chavez was allowed back into the United States after his deportation for a criminal felony after a gubernatorial pardon is not a landmark decision on immigration in any way, shape, form, or fashion. In fact, it's kind of an advertisement for handling this in an individualistic manner as opposed to a collectivist group manner, because this individual had more reason to be allowed back into the United States as a resident alien. He was not an illegal alien. He was a resident alien because he had received work status and then served and was living under a work visa. They are completely different situations. So, we're going to cut to the screen here to show you the article from Splinter News. So, here's the article. As you can see, first and foremost, they got their imagery wrong. This gentleman standing in front of the fence here is actually a U.S. Army Airborne, or appears to be, because the coat is actually a U.S. Army Specialist coat with a maroon beret, which would indicate airborne status. Now, they're calling this a landmark legal victory, that this deported Mexican will come back. Now, here's the deal. I actually support him coming back. It is, however, not a major legal landmark. We have about 35,000 non-citizens serving in the United States Army, U.S. military on active duty every day. This is true. And what is also true is that all of them have the ability to get their citizenship faster than another legal resident alien who is not serving our country, because bleeding for our country shows an acceptance and an integration level different than citizenry. Now, he was convicted of animal cruelty in 1998 and was deported in 2002 because it was a felony charge. Now, they have pardoned his activities and allowed him to come back into the United States, and I'm glad that he did. He is an honorably discharged veteran. But just because you're an honorably discharged veteran does not give you the right to break the law. And so we still had to follow the law. Now, Mr. Chavez should have also gone ahead and applied for his citizenry status after his 4 years of active duty service, as he was entitled to in the 1990s, and should have already become a citizen. And in that case, he would not have had the issues of deportation after his conviction. He would have just been a convicted individual. So he actually got very lucky in this situation that he has now been fully pardoned and reinstated to most of his legal statuses. That probably would not have happened if he had already been a citizen when the conviction occurred. So trying to use this to tug on people's heartstrings and change the illegal immigration statuses is not something that we should be doing. This man was a legal resident alien who signed up to serve his country. And the idea that allowing illegals in is the same thing as this situation is intellectually dishonest and a huge logical fallacy. So as you can see, Splinter and many of these other groups are starting to take a very dishonest tact in that they're trying to conflate illegal immigrants with legal resident aliens, and are even trying to bring veteran status into the argument. An illegal alien cannot serve in the military without committing identity fraud. And commission of identity fraud or identity theft on federal service contracts is a felony that will get you sent to Fort Leavenworth with a dishonorable discharge because you have lied to the federal government. It is almost akin to lying to the FBI. Lying to the FBI is actually a lesser charge in that case because you haven't committed fraud. You've only committed perjury. Perjury is one step down. So don't let them make this invalid argument at you. Disprove it, disbar it, just as I have done here, and show them that they cannot actually argue this as a logical step or standing point. I'm including a link to the actual article from Splinter down below, as well as all my normal social media stuff. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, or thumbs up and subscribe if you're on BitChute, or catch me at my other social media. If you want to discuss this, please go ahead and leave a comment down below. Also consider coming on over to Patreon to contribute to me, or minds.com and contribute to my feed there. And I'm also looking at doing a maker support and even setting up a PayPal so you guys can contribute that way. Thank you all again, and have a great day.